In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the newest and the best way to kill a Strom King. Shout out to Crafty for giving me a lot of information about the new stuff that I'm going to show you. But I just put it all in one video so that you guys can have the best way to kill the Strom King. I'll also be showing you that there's going to be some glitches where some things get stuck underground, but that's for later. Now as we go in, there's nothing to worry about yet. And as we land, slowly but surely, the thing in the center is the Strom King, and that's where it will stay. It won't move most of the time. It will just stay in the center of the battlefield. Now as soon as we land, there's gonna be a few spawners that the Strom King's gonna spawn near us. Now the best way to take care of these is dynamite, because they can one-hit the storm spawners, which is very good. And they also nerfed the rune destruction 3 at the point where it's useless. So that is why you must use the dynamite. Now a lot of food recommendation is black and blue sushi or tropical smoothie or the storm smoothie. Now as you can see, I took those things down super fast, but the better version is, the better method is still to use dynamite, and it will be a lot easier killing these things. I would recommend having a rifted sword and crossbow and a lot of arrows. And as you can see, there was a guy stuck down there, and I'm gonna give a few methods on how to fix that without restarting the whole process. Now as you can see, that thing is stuck underground, and you can't see it, so you can't kill with your sword or crossbow. Sometimes its head will appear above the ground, but I tried going away from it and that wouldn't work either, because sometimes it would teleport, but sometimes that doesn't work. So, and you can see the Strom King's not going. So one of the best ways to do this is to fall on the ground, because you won't die. You'll lose a couple of hearts, and health charms are recommended. And yeah, so basically you'll just have to let the spawners come back. But the better than dynamite is the Star Wars impulse grenades. Basically they just work faster, but they are harder to make. You would have to go to Star Wars area. Now as you can see, the black and blue sushi is giving me so many hearts per second. So is the storm smoothie, but you can use either one. Now keep in mind, I am using a storm charm so that these things don't kill me, but it pretty much won't matter, really. And now as you can see, another one went inside. Now you could try throwing dynamite, it would sometimes work, or impulse grenades. Let's see if the impulse grenades work. I don't think they will. Yeah, and they won't. So basically you jump down again, and make sure you have lots of hearts for this, by the way. Like, look at my hearts. You lost about 2.5 hearts, but then you can see that the Strom King's thing is much bigger, which is good, but that guy is still down there. So basically you heal up to max, or wherever you want. Just it has to be greater than 4 hearts at least. And using your sword won't work, so one method you can try is going away, and the storm spawner guy thing, it could come back, but it would sometimes work. I waited here and sometimes it would work. And yeah, it won't work. So basically what you just have to do is keep running around, see if it teleports, but if it doesn't, it won't. And as you could see, the best method I think is keep going to the Strom King and taking a little damage from it, because then the Strom King will eventually spawn in, as you can see, and there you go. That guy does not matter anymore. Now keep in mind, you cannot do damage to the Strom King with regular arrows or sword attacks, whether you do anything yet. Now you gotta watch out for its attacks, because he just broke some of the battlefield, but that doesn't matter, really. You don't need that much space. Now, this is not an attack. You'll just spawn some things on the ground, some storm fruit, some heals if you want. But now that's his first attack, the beam. Basically, you just need to dodge it, and basically it's easy. You just don't go towards where he is lasering you. What I did is I always go around it in an arc kind of shape, which is the best movement, because as you can see, if you keep going in an arc or around the battlefield, you will do this. Now then, it will spawn a weak point after its attacks, and that's when you can actually do damage to a Strom King. Throwing impulse grenades will not work, as you can see here. So then the way you would have to do this is with a crossbow. Now he will start spawning, he will still do his attacks while you're doing this, as you can see, but always move in an arc kind of shape. Now then, if you have enough arrows, then that'll work, but then once he falls, use your sword to pack a lot of damage, and eventually that storm weak point will go. But it's not over yet, because now the Strom King will have another attack, and he will spawn more of these things, and use the Star Wars impulse grenades to destroy it, one-shot it. And barely any spawn. Normally there would be a lot more, trust me. But you can easily just take those things down with some sort of attacks. Now keep in mind, the Strom King is also here now, so you have to keep moving in an arc kind of method, and dodge all his attacks slowly. He will start doing some punches, but I don't think, if you keep moving in an arc or circle around him, you will like get his weak points and slowly take out his weak points. Now weak points are pretty hard to get, especially the ones on his arms. So what you gotta do is move around towards him, but still move in the arc shape. And now this is your time to either use your crossbow or use your sword. Sword is more preferable, as you saw. And now now we destroyed the weak point, and now he's gonna be charging up again and spawn those Strom King spawners again. And basically, you just want to throw those impulse things and you will be good. You see, as you can see, barely any spawned, and you just kill him. But also keep in mind that you have to dodge the Strom King's attacks like the whole time. So just keep moving around and kill the storm people, and eventually you'll still keep attacking, and you'll have lots of times to heal. And there's a weak point, and now he went down, and now you keep hitting him with your sword. Sword is preferable when he's like knocked out. And now one of the storm horns will come in. Basically, this is the easiest weak point to get, because he will be always down. And now I shot him with the crossbow because he was like pretty much still, and the crossbow does way more damage than the sword. But you can use sword. My sword was also on military ability. I wanted to save my ability. So now one of his horns is out, and now he will launch more attacks, such as these ones. Now these ones are super easy. Just look above you and you move around. but there could be a lot. Now after this, there will be storm spawners that you can easily take out using the dynamite or the Star Wars things, whatever is preferable. I would use the Star Wars one for faster, but they do the same amount of damage, so it's fine. And keep eating food, keep moving in an arc, and he will now use more of these attacks. But you can easily survive and destroy his weak points slowly but surely. Keep moving in an arc. And then yes, he does use his beam, and now it's like really hard to dodge, but trust me, if you have enough food, you'll be fine. And watch out for those attacks, look up. He'll be throwing the rocks. He's basically doing everything at once after his first time. And as you can see, I'm trying to destroy the weak point, but it's a little hard because it's on his arm. The arm weak points are a little hard to get to, but as you can see, he's throwing that storm rock at me, and all I'm doing is moving around him, circling around him in an arc shape, and that's all you really need to know. And now you just use your sword against him, and then there, and then now you'll get a little angry, but you just gotta repeat this a few more times. Now he will be launching every attack at the same time, and now there's more of these spawners. So I threw 2 of the things down, and then barely any spawns, like 4 or 5 maximum. And they're pretty easy to take out if you have good weapons. And as you can see, the Strom King is still attacking me while I'm attacking these storm guys. So just keep that in mind, that you gotta look at the Strom King and the storm guys, which is why the dynamite and the Star Wars grenades, they are really useful. And now the other weak point came. He's stuck there. I'll use my crossbow, but let me just use my sword. And now he has 1 more weak point left. And he's getting extra angry. So now I think he'll spawn more of those storm guys again. And you know the drill, just use these and life will be easy. And sometimes watch out for the storm guys with shields. Swords are like useful against him, but the shield will block you. And you can still see the Strom King's now doing attacks way faster now. So the more you progress through his weak points, the more he will attack, the faster you'll attack. Now that's a hard weak point to get through, but I'm sure you can do it. As you can see there, his weak point's almost done. Now I'm just gonna shoot with my crossbow since I see the chance. And now his storm horn. Now that's his last storm horn. So as I destroy this, which is pretty easy to do, just do it with your sword or crossbow. And then you can see that now he is attackable. So now you just gotta do what I tell you to do. Go around him in an arc shape, and yes, you will make the battlefield smaller, but as long as you move around him, you'll be good, because you can look above you. There's no more storm guys, it's just you and him. And you can see that my rifted crossbow is doing a lot of damage to him. Now, there will be a few storm guys. Sorry to tell you this, but you just saw that my Star Wars grenades destroyed 2 of them, and then no more storm guys spawn because there's only 1 of them. Normally there would be like 5 to 10, and this helps out. Now I would recommend just keep shooting your Strom King guy with shooting the Strom King with a crossbow, so that he doesn't get any more powerful. And you just gotta keep going around him. He'll keep lasering you, Just make sure you have food if you get hit. He'll throw rocks at you. As long as you have the food, you'll be fine. Food is a very important thing. And you can see that I'm kind of damaging him as much as a lot. But you can see that he's been attacking me for so long. What I mean by that is that his attacks are like right after each other. They're like consecutive to each other. But as long you're fine as long as you keep moving the ship. Now if you fall down, it is gonna be fine because it might actually give you an edge. It won't kill you as long as you have more than 5 hearts. And you just gotta keep going in an arc. Now as you can see, I'm about to finish him. And now he's not here. So now after you kill him, there will be a chest that will be given to you. And now you defeated Strom King. Now out of this chest you will get a mythic. Anyways, that's it for today's video, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.